0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball. Brad Lynch does it again and stays perfect for the 2008 season. 48 for 48 in save opportunities, and let the city celebrate.
Aloha and hello and welcome to the Philly Fanatic Podcast. I'm your co-host, as always, Miho, joined by the guy I know who knows more baseball than anybody out there, Pagliaro.
The baseball guru.
The baseball guru, my man. No, I love it, dude, because you kind of bring the overall feel of the fan base and the hot take of the standard fan that goes to the ballpark, and I kind of hit him with a little bit of the behind the scenes, dude. So it's a nice little dynamic when it comes to the baseball talk.
I'm not going to give you a fucking, what the hell's that thing with the launch angles and stuff like that?
That's right. You love the WOBA and the whip and the all that type of stuff. You're a big analytics guy, StatCast guy.
I totally know what those words mean.
That's it, baby. So you're fighting Phils, wrapping up a series at home with the Washington Nationals, taking 2 of 3, should have been 3 of 3, but we'll get to that in a little bit more detail. They're currently 19-14 and still in first place in the NL East, a game and a half up on the Atlanta Braves. Overall, Pags, you can't be too upset, man. I did the math. Basically, if you times it by 5, that puts you at right about the distance, which says the Phils are on pace for 90 to 95 wins right now.
Hey, and that's what we asked for them this year. As long as you can take a series, I know they had a little... They probably could have swept that series, but as long as you take 2 or 3, that puts you in good shape for the rest of the year, especially in the division.
The division games are key, and they have been performing in those early in the year, unlike last year when they couldn't beat the damn Braves for how many months. This year it's been a little bit of a different story, beating up on the Marlins, beating up on the Nationals early on as well, and Friday night's game, the Phils took 4-2. They got 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to take the lead, and then the bullpen held on. We got a quality start again from Jared Eichhoff, Pags. Mr. Eichhoff jumping in there with 5 innings, 1 run. He's throwing well, coming off that injury that took basically all of last year from him.
Yeah, he's basically saying, Nick Pivetta, stay down there or you're going to the bullpen because I'm going to keep giving good starts for us.
Absolutely, dude. And I know I said before the year, anything from him is a blessing because when it gets to nerves and health and things like that, you just can't count on production. And he's given it to us. It's kind of been a blessing here. Nobody expected it this early in the year, but here it is, man. And Sir Anthony Dominguez, Adam Morgan, Pat Neshek, and Hector Neris close it out. Those are your top 4 arms in the bullpen. So coming off a couple of off days, it certainly makes sense for Gabe to run those 4 guys out there.
Yeah, and I prefaced this before we get into game 2 about the bullpen, but they look solid on Friday night, and it really was nice to see after Suzuki hitting that home run going up 2-1, next inning, Rhys channeling in his clutch gene, I guess, and cranking out a 3-run homer there to put them back in the lead.
Roller coaster of a game on Saturday, dude. Freaking roller coaster. Flicking back and forth between the other sports that were going on. I'm like, shit, now they're down 4-3. Oh, look at that, it's 8-4. And then I click back and it's 8-8, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And like you mentioned, it was the same arms that they've been counting on thus far that let them down in this game as Mr. Adam Morgan gives up his first runs of the year, dude. And you mentioned it. He hangs a pitch to Suzuki, who hits it out, and then the next guy follows it up with back-to-back homers. And just like that, Adam Morgan has 1 bad outing all year, and he takes the L with 2 runs. And I'm just like, I can't be mad at this guy. He's been so good for 6 weeks, but at the same time, like, dude, come on.
yeah. It's your classic, like Joel Embiid. You score 30 points and then you score 11. It's like, what the hell? They're not allowed to have bad games in Philadelphia. But, I was in a battle that night because I kept flipping back to the Warriors-Rockets because that was like right around the same time due to the rain delay. They were like playing like simultaneously going into whether that game was going to go to overtime or not. And then I flipped back, and then Adam Morgan gave up the home run, and then I flipped back to the Warriors-Rockets, and then I flipped back, and then they gave up another home run. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Unbelievable, dude. And then anytime Nicasio or Alvarez or Ramos or any of these guys are pitching, it is just not a good feeling in the pit of my stomach, man. I'm like, oh shit, it's just a matter of time before we blow this one, which is unbelievable because I was texting back and forth with my old man. I was literally like, we have the lowest ERA out of any bullpen in the NL East, and all we do is complain about how terrible ours is.
I know. It's just those games when they're bad, they're bad. I saw a tweet that was like, when the Phillies lose, the Phillies lose.
That's it,
when
dude.
they lose, it's like, oh my God, how did they lose?
It is ugly. But offensively, Gene Segura keeps hitting. He's been an unbelievable acquisition, dude. The more I watch him play, and when he's missed games, I think the Phillies record is like 4-6 or something like that. They're under 500 when he was out for that hamstring, and he just keeps hitting and making plays, and I'm like, wait, we got this guy for Carlos Santana and J.P. Crawford? What a steal, dude. He's a total big leaguer. And the only other two people who performed offensively were our bench pieces, Phil Gosselin and Sean Rodriguez. So it's like our main guys, Mr. Harper, he's coming around a little bit, Pags. He's had a couple of hits these past couple days, still striking out a ton. Let's see. Let's advance here to Sunday's game so we can kind of give some updates on where the guys are sitting currently, with the Phillies winning 7-1 on Sunday in a cold, rainy, shitty day at Citizens Bank. You could tell that the Phillies wanted to play the game, A, because a lot of the Nationals' key people offensively are not playing right now. They're injured. So the Phillies were like, no, we don't want to make this up when they're going to be back in the lineup. We're playing now. And the Nationals were clearly like, oh, man, we got to get on a plane after this. It's cold. It's fucking rainy. Get me out of here. So all the elements were there for the Phils to take this one, and that's what they did. So we got McCutchen, 1 for 4. He's hitting just under 250. Gene Segura hitting 340 currently, like I mentioned, tops on the Phils and continues to be impressive. Harper, 1 for 5, hits in back-to-back games. I guess that's a positive, Bags. And
yeah.
Rhys Hoskins continues a hot start, dude. He's all the way up to 291, couple of RBIs. And our boy, Cesar Hernandez, man. Scott Kingery goes down. Cesar takes advantage of it. He had 2 hits. He's hitting 289 all the way up from his horrible start. So what are your thoughts offensively kind of about the Phils, where they're at from the macro level, Pags?
I love the fact that McCutchen and Segura, I feel like those 2 acquisitions were unbelievable, and they're kind of overshadowed by the whole Harper signing. Those 2 keep hitting, coming up with clutch hits, and I'm a big fan of this lineup. I think once we get into hitting season around June, July, this lineup's really going to take it to the next level. I mean, Harper 3 for 12 in the series, 1 RBI, 2 walks. You know you're going to get more out of him. Hoskins just keeps raking, man. 6 RBIs in this series is crucial, and coming up with big timely hits. I'm not too worried about this lineup. I think as it goes on, they're going to get even better.
Do you think it's coincidence Bryce is starting to get a few hits now that he's been seen rocking an Eagles hoodie and is now an Eagles fan, Pags? Fuck the Cowboys. Let's go.
I don't see anyone proving me not that doesn't make a better baseball player.
That's clearly going to make him hit the ball better.
Prove to me that he's not a better player now that he's wearing an Eagles jersey? No.
That's it, man. Holy shit. Well, we got 3 coming up with the Cardinals. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They're on ESPN as well as local TV Monday night with Vince Velasquez taking the bump. So we'll see if he can bounce back from his 3+ innings with 100 pitches. And Tuesday, we get Aaron Nola kind of continuing, hopefully on the right direction. Somehow he's 2-0 with an ERA right at 5. And then the gentleman we just touched on, Mr. Eichhoff, 1-1 with a 2 ERA Wednesday. And it's one of those things, Pags. The Cardinals, good team on the road, going to be a tough series, but 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3.
I was just about to say the hot Cardinals, and then I looked at their thing. They got swept by the Cubs over the weekend and lost to the Nationals on Thursday. They're on a 4-game losing streak right now.
No shame in losing to the Cubs, though. They're like 19-4 or something like that in their last 20 or whatever. They're the hottest team in the bigs. But you would want to take a game. I get that for sure. So overall, St. Louis, tough place to go. We don't have Ryan Howard. He always loved hitting it home there. He crushed it in St. Louis.
You always knew you were going to get a good game out of him when he went to old St. Louis, and the arch in the outfield, he always cranked that ball.
Loved hitting in front of the hometown fans. But one thing we did miss, Pags, not huge news, but Odubel Herrera returns, which ended the reign of Aaron Altair, and I said he bought a couple of weeks with Quinn's injury, and that time has run out, man. So thank you, Aaron Altair, for a solid 2016, but He's hitting like 040 or whatever, dude. It ran out for him.
Yeah, see you later, Aaron. No, I don't need to see you anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he was going to be the future anyway. Now it's just a matter of if they can find a trade partner and get maybe some international slot money or something like that for him.
I love baseball dynamics there.
That's it. Trade him for cash, straight up.
Oh, God.
As always, guys, we appreciate you listening. This is Miho from the Too Close to Call cast with the Philly Fanatics Phillies series recap.
This is Pags. We'll catch you after the Cardinals series.
That's it. We'll see you guys in a couple of days and talk to you then.
Go Phils.
Peace.
The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball. Brad Lynch does it again and stays perfect for the 2008 season. 48 for 48 in save opportunities and let the city celebrate.